In today's video, I'll be going over my 2023 LEGO Star Wars want list of rare and retired LEGO Star Wars items. Let's talk about them. So yes, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars video. And first off, you guys might notice this video probably either looks way better or possibly even a little bit worse. This is the official first video I'm filming with my new iPhone 14 Pro. If you guys have not noticed, in the past, couple years of my channel, I've been filming always on an iPhone, and the last iPhone I had was an iPhone 8 Plus. That's what I just upgraded from. And I do have a real camera right here as well. I do have this right here, a Canon EOS M50. I do use this for the live streams, but I might actually start using this. But yeah, so fundamentally, look, I like using the iPhones a little bit better. I can actually understand them, but this is the first night of me owning this, so stuff might look a little weird for the first couple days. These next couple videos might have awkward lighting, maybe the audio's not that great. I gotta still mess around in the settings, but nonetheless though, guys, let's get into this video. This will pretty much be everything that I want to purchase LEGO Star Wars related in 2023, not counting, of course, 2023 sets, since we don't know what's coming out yet. But fundamentally, look, I will be buying any of those 2023 sets. First off, if I can get them early, which I'm hoping I can. Knock on wood, my source is pretty confident that I will be able to get all the other ones early this year. And in general, I will be buying the ones I like, of course. So nonetheless though, guys, let's get into it. We have minifigures, sets, and then kind of a miscellaneous category here. So starting off with minifigures, what I will say really quick about this category is I realized I have a lot more minifigures than I ever thought I did when I was kind of going through the entire Bricklink catalog. I realized a lot of the rare minifigures I have somewhere in my basement, you know what I mean? Like, I have them either in the case over there, got them in a baggie, I have them, hidden away somewhere. So there wasn't actually too many minifigures that are, say, on my direct want list. But starting off, we have Darth Malgus. This is a minifigure that I've always, really liked. I think he looks very, very cool, very accurate, especially for 2012. The entire set, I don't really care too much about. Of course, these Sith Troopers would be cool to have. I do have them from the battle pack, but I think the actual build is fine. I think if I can find a deal on it, I'll probably get the entire set. But if I can find Darth Malgus for a little bit of a cheaper deal than what he's going for, he's definitely on my list. Next up, we have Hondo Ohnaka right here, which this is officially the last LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars minifigure I need for my 100% complete collection. So this is one that's been on my list for a little bit here. And honestly, the more I think about it, I'm not going to lie, I almost kind of think I got it at some point last year, but I've not been able to find it anywhere. So I'll have to definitely look for that, but the more I'm thinking about it, I might actually already own Hondo. But if not, Hondo's definitely on the list. Next up, we have OG Yellow Slave Leia. So this is actually a minifigure that I just feel like, for classic reasons, and also the fact where I really don't think LEGO will ever make another Slave Leia again, where, look, realistically, I think all three of the Slave Leias will go up in value. And as much as this thing might be a little bit, value oriented, if I can get her for cheap now and say have her be double the price at the end of 2023, of course that would be nice, as a collector that cares about value of stuff, of course, nonetheless. But it's also just kind of a classic minifigure, I feel, all yellow. And as much as I do have a lot of the old classic stuff, she's one of maybe the 4 or 5 that I don't have, yet. So she's on the list. Next up, we have the original Santa Darth Vader. And I did not realize this guy's actually up to like 30 or 40 bucks right now. I was going to get him, this Christmas, kind of like on a whim. Like, I kind of like, I was making that poll on my community tab, and I saw him again. And I'm like, I don't have this one, and this one looks incredible. I'm a big Darth Vader fan. And I went on Bricklink. I'm like, damn, 40 bucks. I'm like, I don't probably need it yet. I'll probably kind of, whittle down a little bit in price, throughout the next couple months that Christmas is not that, relevant. So hopefully I can pick them up there for a decent price. Next up, we have the OG Watto minifigures. This is a minifigure that's, shot up to about 150 bucks, 200 bucks, and never really been on my direct want list. I'm a big Watto guy. Of course, I like the prequels. I think he was one of the best parts about, the Phantom Menace, of course. I don't mind his character. And this guy also just screams nostalgia. He just screams classicness. And again, the more I kind of looked at it, I do have a lot of these rare minifigures. I really do, whether they're sealed in poly bags or out of poly bags. So the OG Watto is genuinely in probably the last 5 kind of like top tier rare minifigures I need. So there's that one. If I can find a good deal on them, I'll definitely pick them up. Next up, we kind of have a newbie right here, the UCS Razor Crest Mandalorian with the printed arms. I don't plan on ever picking up that UCS Razor Crest unless I get it for really cheap. Again, you guys kind of know my opinions on that. Just lackluster, a couple years too late. And I think the UCS, Mando, or the UCS Mando with printed arms in there is pretty much the only thing redeeming in that set for me. So he's already very cheap. Mexico Factory's made an extra 10,000 of them. So, instead of being an $80 or $100 minifigure, he's down to like 40 bucks. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. You know, once Mexico makes another 50,000 of them and he drops down to say 25, 30 bucks, I'll definitely pick him up there. I think for 30 bucks, it's a steal of a deal for that minifigure. Then lastly here, we have a couple Armyable minifigures where I'm really just going to kind of try to be picking these guys up as I go. We have more printed leg 2005 Stormtroopers. I love this Stormtrooper to death. You know, I'm lucky I got like 8 of them this year. And, you know, they're slowly creeping up in value, of course. You know, paying $20, $25 a Stormtrooper. Not ideal, you know, not too easy to army build, but if I can find, you know, deals on them, I'll definitely pick up as many of those as I can find for, you know, 10 bucks each. Then lastly, you know, these next two here, this is something big. You know, this is kind of a, maybe not this year. You know, I probably just truthfully should not be buying these this year that much. But, you know, sooner rather than later, eventually in my collecting endeavor, I do want to go back and get a humongous 2008 original Clone Wars, you know, animated series, you know, army. So, you know, that's kind of the era I grew up in. You know, I used to watch, you know, of course, David and them, you know, with all the clone armies. That's kind of what got me into Lego. So I do have a good amount of these guys now. You know, I've accumulated a nice little collection. I've got like 75 of them right now. So, you know, ideally I want to get up into the 100 range, you know, 200 range. So pretty much as I can find cheap deals on any of them, you know, the plain whites, the pilots, the gunners, even the bomb squad. Heck, I mean, I'll have a little bomb squad army. Pretty much any Clone Wars clone, you know, from like 08 to, you know, 2012 was like the last year they put them in a set. So yeah, those are all the minifigures. Again, not too much going on out there, but, you know, got a couple rare ones in there. We got a couple, you know, Armyable ones and even a newbie. But moving on to the sets, and you guys kind of know my position on sets, is, you know, I've got a very large collection. I really do. If you guys have been around on the channel for a little while, you guys would know. I've not, you know, showing it too much on YouTube lately. I do plan on still doing that room tour pretty soon here, you know, of this actual side, you know, the mock side, the YouTube side. So definitely stay tuned for that. But a lot of my collection's actually broken apart in bags, you know, and just literally put in bins for now. Like, I've got almost my entire collection just put away right now because I just don't have room for it. So, you know, that's the thing, you know, sets going into the next year. As much as I would always pick up a set when I find it for a deal, you know, new or old, I'm kind of limiting myself to a couple, you know, key things I want to build and really to kind of display in the moment kind of thing. So starting off, guys, we have a sealed 7669 2008 Anakin Jedi Starfighter with the white box. So that was officially my first Lego Star Wars set ever. So I do want to go back and pick up a sealed copy, but, you know, that one will remain sealed. You know, going for roughly 75 bucks now. I'm thinking I'll probably pick that one up here pretty soon. Next up, my most sought after set ever. This is #1 forever, and I'm thinking this year on my 10-year anniversary, I'll probably end up picking it up, especially if I can find a deal for it. If anyone has one of these sealed in the box, anywhere in the USA that wants to hook me up with a deal, I would do anything for it. I really would. I mean, hook me up with 800 bucks sealed. I mean, I would give you a big hug. That's all I can say. So we have the sealed 10212 2010 UCS Imperial Shuttle. You guys have heard me rave about this set enough. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I do want a sealed copy. You know, just kind of, you know, make sure all those white pieces are brand new. But that thing would get built, you know, right away. Like the second I get it sealed, probably the next day I'd be doing a live stream building this. So there's that. Next up, from the same year actually, you know, 2010 was a good year for those sets. 10215 2010 UCS Obi-Wan Jedi Starfighter. You know, again, one of the pretty much only prequel UCS sets ever. You know, some people say, you know, look, once I start building that one, I'm not going to like it as much, but I think I will. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy that one. So another one of those where I don't necessarily need it sealed. You know, it's not, you know, no white on there really. So I'll buy a used copy, but I do want to build it. So there's that. Next up, we have another one of my, you know, genuine like top 3 of all time Lego Star Wars sets. We have the 9526 2012 Palpatine's Arrest. I think this set is incredible. Lego did a great job on it. The minifigure selection of that set is to die for. I mean, the minifigures are insane. And I do have the Anakin out of there. I don't have any of the other ones, so it will be nice to get it with all the minifigures. But this one's another one where this would happily go on a shelf, probably even right behind me, since it would actually fit on these shelves. Then lastly, we have 2 more right here. We have the 75060 2015 UCS Slave 1. You guys do know I do have a sealed copy over there I bought back in 2015. I've not opened it yet though, and I probably won't crack it open. You guys kind of know my, you know, logic on that. And it's kind of, you know, this one's kind of iffy though. I don't know if I'm going to be picking it up anytime soon. You know, I'm fine with the sealed or a used one as long as it's, you know, good, you know, great condition. But I'll probably wait until the end of the year more so, until we start hearing some of the summer rumors. You know, the October UCS set, you know, even 2024 stuff. You know, just to kind of make sure, you know, look, if Lego comes out with one October of this year and say I spent 500 bucks on a sealed copy to build, 3 months from now, I feel pretty stupid. So the Slave one's gonna, kind of be put on the back burner, but if I find a really good deal on it, I won't pass it up. Then lastly, a 2022 Cad Bane's Justifier on sale though. So that's pretty much, the one that I want to put. I want to buy it for all the minifigures, prequel set, but I'm not paying much more than like $100 for that thing. You know what I mean? If not, I'll just wait for all the minifigures. Primarily, of course, Cad Bane, Omega, Toto. I'll wait for them to go even cheaper. And then one last thing I actually forgot to put on here, involving May 4th, 2023. If it actually ends up being a buildable Chewbacca there, that thing's never getting bought ever. I never want to buy that thing, never want to look at it. Will never be in my collection at least. But if that is the case, what I'll probably buy May 4th is actually the UCS Land Speeder. I know that will probably surprise some of you guys, but whether I build it or not, who really knows? Who knows? I might just keep it sealed. But I really do think, like, look, I mean, as much as people kind of hate on Lego for making that, like, I'll be the first one to say, like, I had no problems with Lego making that. Absolutely zero problems with Lego making it, because it's a new UCS set. Like, they have not remade it ever. Like, that's not a remake of a UCS Land Speeder. Like, that's the only one. And again, I'm not a hater of the Land Speeder vehicle itself. It's just stop making them every 4 years. We don't need a $25 one every 4 years for the last 25 years. But I think the UCS one is actually pretty cool. I think it works. As long as we don't get one for another, say, 10 years now, that set will be forever, pretty cool in my opinion. Lastly, we've got a couple miscellaneous things here. We've got a couple boxes. So, of course, I'd buy the entire sets with the boxes if I find a good enough deal on them. But I've got the 2003 ATTE box and the 2016 ATTE box, the Captain Rex one, just for display purposes, because I've got all the other ATTE boxes, the 08, 13, and 2021. So just to kind of go with that display over there on my Bricklink side, if you guys have seen that in the vlogs. Next up, we have, this is not really purchasing anything, but I do have to actually buy the batteries, I guess. Fixing the batteries on all my light up minifigures. I do have all 5 of them. Great condition, just no batteries working anymore. So I want to fix those up. Then, a couple last things here, just based off good deals finding. Any more misprints, of course, you guys know me. I do collect. Oh, actually, they're not even back here anymore. You guys might be able to see them. They're right behind me right there, my misprint collection. I do buy them whenever I find a good deal on them. So, of course, I'll be looking for those. Some sort of Lego Star Wars display, would be nice. One of the store displays. I can't really fit anything too big down here, but even one of those tiny ones that have been at Walmart these past couple of years would be nice. I want to find someone that will sell me one of those for a good deal. Then lastly, a couple things here. Any old CAC figures, another thing you guys will probably see down there. That's something that I'm a big fan of, just kind of very nostalgic stuff. I've been around collecting Lego for 15 years. I've been a YouTuber for 10 years. I literally grew up watching, some of these classics, again, like David, Ross and all them. So anything from that era, I will forever buy, since I was around there back then. And then one last thing here is literally anything random that's Star Wars branded. You guys kind of know me. I've posted pictures on my Instagram. I've got like Lego Star Wars napkins. I've got Lego Star Wars cups. I've got Lego Star Wars umbrella even. Like, I haven't even opened that thing up. Like, I want to take a picture of it, like, when it's raining out. I want to try to get, like, some cinematic shot of me in the rain, with the Lego Star Wars umbrella. I've got a bunch of random Lego Star Wars stuff, and, like, I just want more of it. I want everything. I've got Lego Star Wars erasers. I want to, eventually get, like, a Lego Star Wars, like, doormat for, like, outside my house, or, like, a welcome mat. So, any of that type of stuff, whenever I see it pop up, no matter what the year is, I'm buying it. So nonetheless, guys, there's pretty much my want list for next year. Minifigures and sets wise. Again, it'll be kind of cool to see, look, I make this video at the beginning of the year. Where am I at by the end of it? Again, knock on wood, presumably, I put in a lot more hours this year. I'll be making a little bit more money. And, a couple of these things too, some of these live streams, some of these videos I make, I will admit, as a YouTuber, I think we all know, I'll just be transparent, there are a few things that I can buy and say make videos on, make live streams on, and, it's even more worth my time because I do recoup some of that money just by making a video on it, kind of thing. So hopefully that's the case this year. Hopefully a lot more things happen and everything goes as planned. And there's the want list, guys. We'll see where I get to by the end of the year, and who really knows, guys. But leave your want list down below. What are, like, your top 5 items you want to pick up this year that are, retired? What are some minifigures you want to go back and try to find a deal on? Is there a set that you've been eyeing up for the past 5 years that you're like, look, 2023 is the year I want it? But as always, though, guys, this is the first video on the iPhone 14 Pro. Let me know down below how it looks to you guys. It'll probably be a little bit hard for me to truly judge how much better quality it is, but thousands of you guys are going to watch this video, so I would appreciate a couple of little comments just saying, hey, look, maybe tweak this, maybe look into this setting. But for what it's worth, though, hopefully the video quality starts to get a lot better. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys all in the video. Tomorrow's actually the start of the new giveaway Stay tuned for that. If you guys want to go check out the winners of the last giveaway, the video is actually up on my second channel today. So I'll leave a link down below, guys, and that's all for this video. Please remember to comment and subscribe. Stay tuned for you guys later. Bye, guys, and stay safe.